This podcast is protected under the laws of the United States and other countries. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liability, criminal prosecution, and the wrath of the tall man.
Boy! Hey, let's talk about you, the ID10T community events at ID10T.com, like Russ Stevens, a.k.a.
Catbus Russ,
who has started a podcast called 90 for Chill, which Russ says is dedicated to movies with a runtime between 74 and 99 minutes, the time frame that I feel is ideal. Russ, I could not agree with you more. That is a fantastic idea. Russ goes on to say there are times you need a cinematic fix but don't have time for the latest Scorsese masterpiece or offering from a comic book universe. There's also times when you need a conclusion to prevent a binge costing you a whole night. My guests and I try to follow these guidelines as we chat up features that are definitely worth your time and are beyond easy to make time for. 90 for Chill, the podcast, can be found on all major podcast platforms at 90forchill.com, and that's spelling out 90, Ninety, 4 FOR, chill. So there you go. Thank you so much for sharing, Russ. Really great idea for a podcast. Events at ID10T.com for everyone else.
In the city of New Orleans, in a darker side of Dixie, away from the music and the lights, there's a new game in town.
You'll be provided with a guide, trackers, and the weapons of your choice.
I need to file a missing person report.
The competitors are deadly.
We pride ourselves in hunting only combat veterans, men who have the necessary skills to make our hunts more interesting.
And they always win.
You want to find your father? Get somebody who knows the city to show you around.
Now, the opposition is about to get one last chance.
What kind of a name is Chance?
My mama took one.
Our friend Mr. Boudreaux, Silver Star, Marine Force Recon. He's obviously not someone we should underestimate. He is an annoying little insect. I want him stepped on hard.
We need to get out of here now.
Ladies first.
What?
These men will chase after you. You mad at you for business or pleasure?
Both. Look at it this way. You're gonna get to meet Elvis. Give it a rest, pal.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is the hard target.
You miss me?
From internationally acclaimed action director John Woo.
How's it feel to be hunted?
You tell me.
Hard Target.
Hello there.
Hey, Catbus Russ here. This Thanksgiving week, I better be thankful, and thank you for checking out 90 for Chill, the podcast, and thank my Patreon members. Those are Tim Bates of Evil Penguin Games. He's been on a couple of episodes. Those features were Arena and Night of the Demons, if you'd like to check those out. And former AAW wrestling interviewer, The Scoop Staley. Wonder what's happened to that guy? He seems pretty cool. With that, I also like to remind you we're doing a Fan Expo, a panel at Fan Expo New Orleans on January 10th. And if you want to be on that panel, if you're in the area, hit me up. My email is russthebus07@gmail.com. That's RUSSTHEBUS07@gmail.com. Since it's going to be New Orleans, it's only appropriate to plug it on an episode about Hard Target. Hope you enjoy the show.
Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Bring the noise.
All right, well, welcome back to 90 for Chill, the podcast with Catbus Russ. There probably will be a name change soon once we get past Twin Cities Con and what I've officially done. And got to hear back from Galaxy Con in Columbus to see if we're still using that branding. But anytime it should be I Dig Crazy Flicks presents 90 for Chill, the podcast. So just rolls off the tongue better, despite same amount of syllables, essentially. So with me this week is returning to the show, and he's, it's almost like I should start the ranking, the tiers, Hall of Famers, All Stars, my annoying sister. No, I kid about the poetic critic, but I can't not let it slide. Um, One, Couchman Bakes, Andrew TD.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Have we got the refrigerator situated yet?
Oh, dude, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. For those of you curious, my refrigerator went up and went and decided it didn't want to work no more last weekend. And I do cooking content. I
Mm.
kind of need that guy. That's my second most important thing next to my oven.
Yes. I'm always quick to just grab a mini fridge from, whatever retailer.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It was a wonderfully chaotic weekend last weekend.
Oh, yeah. I can only imagine. It always happens on the weekends too. Like when
Dude,
nobody expects to have to work.
yeah, like I had a whole bunch of nothing planned for last weekend.
hmm Yeah. Righty then. No, otherwise, no, pretty quiet on my end for the most part. Just not a very spooky October for the podcast. We're recording this before I release the Halloween episode, which is Labyrinth. I mean, I got
Oh,
goblins, I got Godzilla earlier, so I got the monsters down, but until, Godzilla rips a person in half and then,
yeah.
flosses his teeth with a leg or two. Not really horrific, dare I say.
Yeah, I could see him like grabbing like some kind of like radio antenna or something and picking his teeth and like popping out a couple little femurs or skulls
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something along those lines. Yeah, I guess he wouldn't be able to reach the little with his little arms, the actual people
Yeah,
for the most part.
exactly.
So, and I guess you could say, for all confused kids in the 80s, Bowie's Codpiece is a little, I might be discrediting him. I don't think it was a cod piece, but
First off, there's codpiece or not, there's nothing little about the subject matter of which you are discussing, sir.
mm, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's weird being at my parents' house recording this, and then I think during my dad's recent health issues, we were at a hospital, and she's, everything's settling down by that point. But my mom had to talk about the French pole vaulter.
Oh yeah, it's the one thing that brings this country together. Dudes doing weird stuff with their Johnsons.
Yes. Oh gosh, no, now it sounds like we're promoting Donald Trump, talking about
Oh, okay, never mind,
Palmer.
never mind.
Yeah, we
Oh,
better
my
get
bad.
better get off that subject. That's what she said. And move on to today's movie, which I don't know, kind of fitting because I feel we might be as a society ready to, like, makes me wonder why we just didn't put it in Detroit like everything else. Like, as a setting. John Woo's American debut, sponsored by Sam Raimi, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. Hard Target. A nice 137 minutes. Um, and yeah, I'll get to it all as we break down this feature. But yeah, I mean, when you compare it to what John Woo is doing, like his movies are kind of epic. Like Hard Boiled, I think is 2 hours, 30 minutes of the 45-minute. Like I still think probably
Yeah,
the greatest action sequence.
yeah, it's very, and I'm sure we'll kind of bring this up as well. How much Hard Boiled and the one that came before that, a couple years earlier, The Killer,
Killer,
were,
yeah,
were probably very influential on this movie and a lot of other movies that would come out around this time, whether they were John Woo's or not.
yes. So I mean, this did decent bank. I mean, probably probably Van Damme's biggest hit. Maybe Universal Soldier the next year.
Uh, Yeah, yeah. I think Universal came out 1 year prior
Oh well, yeah, that's why I've
because
got
I
all
because I
these
was
Apple products.
well, I know that because during my
Oh,
research,
yeah.
the the weapons master on this movie, Hard Target, was also the one on Universal Soldier, and he was saying that you could tell this is the John Woo movie because in Universal Soldier we fired about 4,000 rounds. We're slated to do about 40,000 for this. That's a lot of ammunition. Just
Yes.
throwing that out there.
Right. So yeah, no. So yeah, Universal Soldier 92. So that would probably made more bank. I didn't really check the numbers.
These are probably two of his bigger ones.
Then
Although
you
he
had
did also probably one of the ones he's most panned for as far as his acting is concerned.
you see, I think this is so I think and I'll just get to my notes here. Somewhere. Okay, there we are. I think this is like some of it, well, I don't know. I guess it's a lot of 80s action movie acting, which I don't think you get a lot in Van Damme's movies.
Right. Well,
Because he
I think
because he's basically like, well, they're not written with big budgets in mind. I mean,
right,
if Chuck Norris was the house that Cannon Films was built on, Jean-Claude
right,
Van Damme, at least kept the mortgage paid.
exactly. But the thing with John Claude Van Damme's, kind of getting panned for his acting here, it's weird because he actually doesn't have the most amount of screen time on this film. The
Mhm.
two villains do.
Yeah, Arnold Vosloo and the legend Lance Henriksen.
We will be discussing that quite a bit.
Well, and it just brings me back to the saying the 80s. This is kind of like the first, I'd say, 80s action movie with actors, dare I say. I mean, acting, acting stars essentially.
Yeah, because I mean,
Lance Henriksen was Bishop. Everybody knew him as Bishop. And I mean, you didn't get that in a lot of like, say, Raw Deal. With Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger is the guy, and everybody
right,
just acting around him. Um, I guess you could kind of say, nobody really knew. I mean, we knew Lawrence Fishburne, but we can't really say we knew Lawrence Fishburne. We thought it was a gimmick throwing it with Jim Belushi and Red Heat.
right,
Um, and then, you have Terminator 2, but that's definitely more that's the ultimate experience. And
right,
same year as this, you do have Last Action Hero, which pretty much killed the entire 80s genre of movie style. Um,
right.
and but yeah, you've got Wilford Brimley. By this point, we know him as the guy from Cocoon. Um, and I'm really thinking with the Thing, could the Thing survive his diabetes?
Um, well, like the thing, diabetes likes to modify and do things to your body, like make half of your foot fall off.
Yeah,
So yeah, I don't know if the thing would like that too much.
right. So yeah, it's going to be interesting if the kids walk in on the podcast. Just did my shot of Malort and
Oh,
got a strong bow and a thing of screwball whiskey.
I'm pre-medicated and I just got a Diet Coke.
Yeah. Well, I knew you were going to be full of spice and feeling nice.
Yes, there you go.
All right. So, see, I do watch the other my guest content. All right. So, first off, with Hard Target, I did like, I have it on DVD, but I like to go HD whenever I can, and it's only
Sure.
$5 in iTunes right now, and like they're not advertising it, so it might be $5 forever. So
Interesting.
yeah, um, and yeah, get that note. And are you familiar with the sequel, Hard Target 2?
I know it exists,
Yes.
and that's about all I know about it.
Okay.
And then it stars Scott Adkins, who's basically just trying really hard to be John Claude Van Damme at this moment.
Right. He's getting a little more support than, say, my favorite British martial artist, Gary Daniels.
Hmm.
He was like he fortunately Stallone recognized his movies with casting him in The Expendables as the Brit.
Oh yes, he probably would have been in the first one then.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I know who you're talking about.
Right. No, he's got some. He was in the movie with the Ultimate Warriors only movie,
Oh God.
Firepower, which is just fun slop. But uh, Warrior doesn't get too much to do. I mean, acting wise,
Are
dialogue
we
wise.
are we sure he knows he was in a movie?
At that point, I mean, I think it was 90. I have to look that one up. 90. Let's see. Like the main star is one of the lackeys. It's actually Steve McQueen's kid who recently passed.
Oh, okay.
1993. So he would have been, yeah, he wouldn't
He
have been
would.
in the E at the time, the F at the time. He got the F out.
I better say, yeah, he would have already been gone his second time from there.
Yeah.
He would have also been a proponent of Peruvian powders
Yeah.
that make you march.
He may have been working. I think there was the national. There was a like. There's a YouTube channel I watch. Def, Scott Wrestling, whatever. Just search for Defunct Championship Wrestling.
Okay.
They'll talk about. I think they talk about a promotion that Warrior was supposed to be the star of briefly.
Oh my.
You know, classic. We'll shoot stuff in Vegas and hope for the best. And then, of course, Heroes of Wrestling, I think, probably should have killed the Vegas model at that time.
UWF wouldn't have been far behind it.
UWF would have been after it. Yeah, but
I was just saying in terms of absolutely not doing anything in Vegas.
yes. And then, well, Heroes of Wrestling. If you are you familiar with that card? Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard some of the stories.
And there was World Wrestling All Stars. Only card in the United States was Revolution, which they like biggest thing probably was tantric performing there. Not
Oh wow.
Yeah. Um it was supposed to be main evented by Randy Savage, and then, they didn't Jeff Jarrett versus Jeff Jarrett for the WWA title. And I think they had to replace Savage with Brian Christopher.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But great six man, like there are some high points to that one. Great six man cruiserweight match. Chris Daniels, Shark Boy, AJ Styles,
Okay.
Low Key. Sorry, I forgot the other two. Probably Frankie Kazarian. Like basically WWA fell because the Jarretts decided, yeah, we can actually probably do this better.
Probably, yeah,
Yeah,
honestly.
so all right. So enough talking about British actors and their impact on professional wrestling. I always like to look up the Vinnie Jones WWF stuff back in the late 90s.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, no, I do like there's bits of, I think it's a little too dark, but the Condemned with Vinnie
I didn't
Jones
like. I
as
didn't.
Steve Austin.
I did. Yeah, I didn't mind that one.
I think it got a little dark and runs a little long, but
Um, I'll kind of agree with you on the length. As far as the tone of it, I actually think that was a good representation of where reality TV and the
well, I
internet
mean,
work
with
at
that one,
in
the
town.
I don't know if we really need like the rape, and then Vinnie Jones like, I'm just gonna kill everybody. Like everybody should have been like lining up to like Vinnie Jones should have been the big bad instead of like, I mean, yeah, you got the little
Um,
poser. Like he should have been the close. Like I look at it, he should have been the setup man, and then the TV exec was the closer. But we
I,
need a few more pitching. Let's do playoff baseball.
I will agree that the assault was too much. I think that was just like a gratuity for the sake of gratuity, proving
Gratuity,
how
yeah.
badass this guy is.
Well, Vince McMahon
Um,
wrote an attempted rape into No Holds Barred, a kids movie.
yeah, But as far as like him wasting everybody at the end, no, that made perfect. That made
Well,
sense to
no,
me.
and I stop and think about it. It's like I'm not gonna get paid. I gotta go hide. Yeah, I'm gonna just a great monologue between him and Austin at the end, though, of
Oh
any like, yeah, sounds like you had a pretty tough life. Thankfully, I'm going to take care of
yeah,
that.
it is over now.
All right, so get for my notes, get to the show. I did ask my mom is actually like after the Mummy, my mom went nuts for Arnold Vosloo, so I did invite her to the podcast. I didn't want to hurt her feelings.
Yeah, this would have been about 6 years before he got in that role.
Yep,
Uh,
did the Dark Man sequels between.
yes, he was doing the Dark Man stuff around this time.
I mean, it's kind of a pity.
Van Cleet, Lee Van Cleet was the character.
Pick Van
Pick,
Cleef.
Pick.
Lee Van
Sorry,
Cleef is the
it
is the
was yeah,
actor.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We haven't done that Carpenter Kurt Russell collaboration.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kurt Russell, that was
Mhm.
John Woo's first pick to do this movie, not Van Damme.
Um, I no, I think you need the action prowess for this one.
I think it worked out for the best that Kurt Russell was busy. That's why I so let's see
Oh, Sam
circa
Raimi, Sam Raimi would have definitely been behind that. And this is Sam Raimi's money. I mean, really all you get from Sam
well
Raimi in
that,
this one is
that and the studio also had Stan Raimi on standby this because
yeah, in
again
case
John Woo's first movie in America.
yeah.
He doesn't really still speak English at this point, so
No.
like hey, if this doesn't work, we got this Raimi guy that can do it.
Hey, it got Ted work. So
Yeah, I got Ted as gratuitous cameo.
yep. Got no change. Oh,
The most aggressively
yeah.
bad Cajun accent, by the way.
Oh yes.
He, there's some questionable accents in this
Oh
movie,
yes.
but Ted Raimi takes the cake for bad Cajun accent in this movie.
Yeah, I didn't really think like you shouldn't have really. You're in the French Quarter. That's tourist.
Yeah,
You
like
didn't need to do that.
everybody say, yeah, most locals aren't going to be there.
Yeah. Um. So, and it's funny where John Woo ended up. Like he had, I think, Broken Arrow after
Yep,
this, and I haven't
face
really
off
gotten to watching that one. And then Face Off. Face Off is just that is the.
that. Woof.
I mean, I like it. I love the action. I think you gotta appreciate the actors going for it, but it makes no bloody sense.
No, it don't.
Yeah. So, um, and then he did MI2, and that was just. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
it gave us stuntman Tom Cruise, but
yeah.
otherwise,
That's like the forgotten bastard child of the Mission Impossible
yeah,
franchise. They kind of like just leave that one out.
yeah, that's the one well, I think I was burnt out by the point by the Fallout, but like 2.5 hours, like that's not I just don't have the energy. I just watched The Predator right before it, and that is just good bad movie. Um,
Yeah.
okay, so we've gotten the oh well, a couple other notes on the sequel. Scott Adkins takes place in Thailand, so it kind of takes away the I think the urban hunt is kind of the charm of this movie because a lot of people say surviving the game with Ice-T and
Right.
Rugged Power is the definitive, and you had a better
That's a good one. That's a
yeah,
good one.
and great, it's just really more disappointing. Like I did a paper which kind of got me into the film criticism, or at least, oh, I could actually do this. When comparing Juice to the Cagney movie Angels with Dirty Faces, and like this is a
Hmm.
publishable paper, Russ. Um, and so it's kind of disappointing that Dickerson, and I think that's a sad thing of most black directors in the '90s was like, oh, you had your Menace to Society, your Boys in the Hood, and then it's like, yeah, we should just make you keep you on this exploitation, but we got to prove that you're a real director. So be a director for hire, essentially.
Yeah.
Spike Lee's doing the Black Experience thing. You got, yeah, we'll leave it to him. Um, so it takes place in Thailand. Rona Mitra, the if you can't get Kate Beckinsale actress, you get her.
Yes, 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 yes.
I love the movie Doomsday. If you've ever gotten around to that one, qualifies for the podcast. About blocking off Scotland to prevent a virus from spreading.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That might have
It
been
gets
fun.
real weird. Malcolm McDowell, Bob
That's all
Hoskins.
you
Yeah,
had. That's all you had to say, dude.
there you go. Um, and I liked the third Underworld. I think it was great fan service. Underworld, Rise of the Lycans.
Rise of the Lycans, yes.
I mean, it's just good to see Michael Sheen, honestly. Um, and then you do have a guy posing as Henriksen, complete with what is his gun in this movie?
It's basically it's it loads and works and looks like a shotgun, but
Shotgun.
basically it's a long barrel single shot pistol. Very very good accuracy, pretty decent range,
Yeah.
low fire rate.
Right. No, you're got to reload after every round expended. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so and then thinking about this, could this like I think this movie could kind of be made today, or at least the right would want to make it today.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I mean, well, I mean, I think that's kind of where the movie, the Hunt.
yes, that which is ironic, which is great because it's about leftist elitists, like trying to put the
Yeah,
right into place.
yeah, I think that was basically the spoofy
Yeah,
political stance that
right.
you could take with this.
But I think
And
there's an exploitation market for the MAGA movement.
oh well, of course.
Yes. I mean, and
I mean,
that's
heck,
just really
yeah, it's called Fox News.
well, true. But what really, no, what really you think, and I shouldn't be throwing this out there, like we could make good right-wing movies. Like I'm really,
Yeah, you need to take that back
yeah,
because you're
well,
absolutely right. But you don't put that out there.
yeah, and geez, Arnold, Arnold Palmer's dick. Come on, like go back to George Milius, or I know Clint Eastwood's a little on the old side to be doing the action stuff. I mean, movies, direction, but come on, like if you're gonna do this stuff, like make it as great as the classic black exploitation, not this half-ass, just get it out into the theater type stuff. Like and yeah, so okay, yes. Well, I'll just say one more thing about that. I thought we should have been doing that with the when we got install when we were in the Iran, Iraq and Afghanistan. We're not going to do Iraq exploitation movies. Like,
Oh, we were making those jokes while we were sitting there.
yeah, why not make movies for the people in there suffering?
Well, that and also me and some of my friends who are of a comedic mindset like myself, we were like, you could mine comedy movies for days out of this.
Yeah, I know.
Like before I went over the second time, the movie Waiting had come out, which is a
Yeah,
movie about in the day in a day in the life of a monotonous restaurant work environment,
yes.
essentially.
Ryan,
And
Justin Long's the star.
yeah, you have other dramatic things thrown in, but basically it's the monotony of work and the drama that you encounter working at a restaurant.
Yes.
We thought it'd be hilarious to do the same thing with like another like mundane part of the military. Like I had guys that worked in administration. I worked in supply. Guys that were guys that weren't doing be all you can be army thing.
Yeah.
Just do a comedic movie of just like trying to get stuff done in the motor pool that day, just or something dumb like that.
Yeah, I think they always kind of take it a little too far, dare I say, with um like Buffalo Soldiers, about, well, we got to make it somewhat criminal to justify looking at
Yeah,
these lower level guys.
yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, so I guess so. I don't know. It's just weird that we don't really have criminal restaurant movies, but we got criminal like
Yeah.
taking stuff under the till, just for the kicks of it. Not this mafia stuff, mafia front stuff. Like, I've seen plenty of people get canned in my retail work for just
Oh,
little
yeah.
indiscretions that eventually catch up to them. Um, so let's see. I said it is like, did they throw in? So let's finally get to the plot.
Yes,
This
yes.
movie, all right, this is essentially the most dangerous game. That classic story. Pardon me for not immediately know the author. I think like, I don't know. Is it better to be associated with the story or have your name, I guess? Like,
Right.
um, probably the name, Mary Shelley, yeah, all that. But um, taking place down in New Orleans, where Lance Henriksen organizes hunts of combat veterans, most part Vietnam. I mean, we're only a year
Yeah,
removed
I was gonna say,
from
yeah,
Desert
in
Storm.
90, yeah, 93 you still would
And
have
and
had, yeah.
not the piss on the Reagan era stuff. Sorry, Grenada. Uh Grenada.
Yeah, they preferred combat veterans, so yeah, it would have been a lot of again, Vietnam era folk, Iran Contra era folk,
Yeah.
you know, stuff like
But
that.
yeah, Iran Contra, all the Black Ops stuff and the Central America
Right.
they don't really document, but
Right. It would have been people from, the at this point, seven late 60s, early 70s, and
yeah.
anything from the 80s that would have counted for combat.
But great justification. I mean, Lance Henriksen, I loved in the movie Stone Cold, if you've ever gotten around
Yes.
that
Oh,
one.
mwah. Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
gonna talk about my man crush on Lance Henriksen soon
oh,
enough.
okay. Yeah. I'll just say that movie kind of drags a little in the middle, but
It it
when it's on, it is on.
Yeah, well, in the middle we get a little too much into some of the stuff with the Brian Bosworth
Bosworth, like here's
and some of the ancillary villains,
yeah.
and
I mean,
Lance kind of
I
gets
like
lost in the shuffle for a little bit.
I do like William Forsythe in it as the
Yeah.
guy
Well,
who
William Forsythe does not get enough credit. Like he unfortunately kind of gets the label of character actor,
right.
but like, this dude is leading man material all day, every day, twice on Sunday. It's
Mm.
just that he's done so much stuff that he just kind of gets shuffled off into that couldn't do anything kind of character actor stuff,
You're right.
even though he's got big old chops.
Yeah, no, I mean when you're introduced as basically a supporting character in a Coen Brothers movie,
Yeah,
you're like, John Goodman hasn't led that many movies. I'll just put it that way.
that's true.
So, um, then so, but Hendrickson is great as Fichon.
Yes,
Yes.
Emile Fashawn.
And basically, selling the ability, for $500,000, you get to hunt a combat veteran, you get guides and trackers
And any weapon of your choosing.
choosing, yes, which is awesome in the first because that's the only way we really get the Raimi cam in this movie
Yes.
with the guy who like uses a what would you say? Probably a automatic loading, a semi-automatic crossbow.
He was basically he was using a harpoon gun.
Okay, but I
Yeah.
think back to Game of Thrones when
Yes.
you know, oh, I've always hate crossbows. Like take too long to load and starts chopping.
Yes. Exactly.
So this and you get to hunt the combat veteran. Theoretically, if the combat veteran makes it to the Mississippi River over 10 miles from New Orleans, he gets $10,000.
But it's rigged.
Yes. Um, and what happens is they inadvertently kill a vet who has a family, and that family is Yancey Butler. And I will say this movie has no time for exposition. And then I saw
No.
no, it has no time for Yancey Butler. And I don't mean to badmouth her. I can't really say she's a great actress.
Well, this is also this was not her first motion picture, but it
Yeah.
was her first motion picture in 14 years. She did a movie in 1979 where she was like basically just kind of there in the background. Because in 93 she would have been roughly 22, 23 years old. So yeah, this was her first actual, her second ever film appearance, for her first actual acting role.
All right.
She done some TV stuff before this, but this was
Yeah.
her first movie
No, she was
gig.
a model in between all of that. Um,
Yeah.
okay, so I guess John Woo just didn't have time for it then. But I look back, so she comes down to find her dad. She finds out that he's homeless. Um, and tries to go to the police. They are on strike.
Which
There's
is
only,
great if you're trying to do illegal activities in this town. Wink, wink. We're getting to the overall plot here.
right. Yeah, so Cassie Lemon, this is part of the Cassie Lemons renaissance
Yes.
between Silence of the Lambs and Candyman,
Yes.
which kind of again sucks for her because at least she was getting, she had great actresses to be the supporting characters in
Yeah,
the
but
in the other two.
didn't she meet untimely ends in every one of the movies you just mentioned?
Not Silence of the Lambs.
That's true. She lived through that one.
Yeah. So um and no offense to Yancey Butler, and as I say, no time for her exposition wise. You're not paying her tax dollars.
Yeah.
So I would have told you to bugger off and not say, find a guide to the city. Well, when she first gets here and after trying to do some investigating on her own, she goes to a little cafe in a spot where she's definitely too rich to be.
Yeah, she pulls
She
out her
gets
wallet with, 50 some undisclosed bills in this some bitch.
right.
And again, this is early 90s New Orleans that they are portraying is, run down, and because this was kind of before the city's renaissance in itself, really.
I mean, really, if it wasn't for Katrina,
Exactly.
yeah, we wouldn't have fixed it.
So but yeah, so we have all these poorish people, they see this money, four dudes try to jump her as she's getting ready to leave.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's Chance Boudreaux who
With the most beautiful mullet
oh
ever captured
uh
on film. I'm
okay.
trying. My mullet's not in good form today. I wish I would have prepped it better for this, but yeah, my mini mullet
Uh
needs some work.
yeah,
So.
to your credit, I'm trying to take, oh shoot, I gotta clean up this beard, so it's trying to but so and I don't know. We're saying it's better than a Kurt Russell mullet.
It, I I'd hate to live on the difference.
Okay.
Like a Kurt Russell mullet looks more natural,
Okay.
and but there's just something about, this is also a slightly permed curly mullet, and
Yes.
there's something about just the white trashiness, but just a little GQ.
Okay. No, I'll give you that. Uh, now I'm thinking all this stuff. Now it brings me back. How much coke was on this set? Um,
Not as much as would be on the set of his next movie, Street Fighter.
I unapologetically love Street Fighter. It is.
Oh, I do too.
I think that
It's funny that
I think
they can say about a quarter of the budget went to Peruvian marching powder.
Bolivian booger. Sorry,
Well,
now we're gonna go. We're getting into the Deadpool podcast.
yes. I just watched that again last night, so yes, I have them already.
So let's to review. Andrew and I have done podcasts on this channel about Deadpool and Wolverine, The Thing, and I think those are the only ones we really brought up. Just for kicks,
Yeah,
WWE 2K24 was this month's free PlayStation Plus game. And
Mm,
okay, I'm just going to use the Creative Suite as much as I can before they shut it down. So
sure.
I do have, and I guess this is part of the Tombstone podcast. So boom, we're doing. I'm doing my best to promote everything. I did find Patrick Swayze and Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott.
Similarly, yeah.
Yeah. So as Dalton and Wade.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
And as Russ has just kind of alluded to, and this will kind of help us bring it back up for a second here. He mentioned, Patrick Swayze, Sam Elliott, and Kurt Russell, kind of like members of the Andrew T.D. Mount Rushmore of man crushes. And like I said, Lance Hendrickson. This movie is the one that I think introduced me to him as an actor.
Right. Well, Stone Cold is difficult to find.
Oh no, I no because I probably watched it around the same time because my dad would find the weirdest action movies at the rental
Okay.
place. And
No, I only found Stone Cold like once on Stars. I love the line. This reminds me of something my daddy said. Be careful with
yeah,
that, son. It's loaded. My
yeah,
father's last words.
my old man would find the like I said, he'd find the weirdest stuff at the rental place. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought he was so cool in this movie.
Oh,
Everything from the way, like the firearm we talked about, that that's a pretty specific. You got to be pretty good to, if that's your piece. The way he would pull it out, the way the jacket, playing piano like he hates himself and he wants
yeah.
to kill everybody. Everything about this guy was so cool to me
Right.
that when I would see him and I'd see things that he'd done before that or after that, I was just like, yeah, this guy's just weird and cool, and I love him.
Yes. He's still pretty like he's in the grandpa stage, right? I mean, like
Oh yeah,
the real grandpa
and
stage. I saw him at the at Fan Expo's Aliens Terminator reunion, and he's like,
okay.
says his funny thing and then lets Michael Bean and um it's really interesting that Linda Hamilton had to referee Michael Bean and Robert Patrick because like they never shared the screen together.
No,
Yeah, really weird there. But when you bring back like how cool it is, Lance Henriksen's character is, showing the gun off, everything like that. Uh, John Woo just knows how to make everybody look like the most dangerous thing alive. Because in
well, and that's the thing.
When Chance goes to play Lancelot or Sir Galahad, whatever, a knight in the round table, um, and I'll even bring up a little bit of that later, hopefully. You know, we don't think Van Damme's gonna, why would you fear Van Damme besides he's the most cut guy
Right.
at that cafe? Me being a wrestler, it's like, oh, I look for those guys. Like, can I take, I hate to say it, but I do
Right.
measure people up just for kicks. Don't have a killer instinct at all, but if that guy wanted to start shit, like, yeah, I'm cool with it. Uh, but it's like he pulls his long jacket to expose his leg, like he's pulling out a gun.
Yeah. And then of course, and this was when Van Damme doesn't pull his kick, so you get this beautiful John Woo shot of a foot going into some dude's face, and then you realize, oh, that dude just got kicked in the face.
Ace. Well, fortunately, you're dealing with Hunk, which is weird because I'm looking through the stunt core actors, and it's like, whoa, we like the dirt. Like, I don't see a lot of Asian names there. You're telling me the infinite amount of dirt bike riders weren't Hong Kong stuntmen? Like,
And you bring that up. This does check off. We've talked about this being John Woo's first American flick in Hollywood, but it definitely has all the John Woo staples:
oh yeah,
motorcycles, doves,
yep.
slow motion,
Hmm. Freeze
more doves,
frames.
freeze frames, candles, churches.
Hmm.
Yeah, like go watch any John Woo movie. You'll find everything I just said.
Well, I do have to rewatch Silent Night because maybe I was like, because I liked it in the end. Like when I stopped and really stopped and think about it. Um, like yeah, no, it's if you're gonna do, basically your career in the States was killed with Payback. Wind Talkers didn't help.
No, that one definitely didn't help. I like that movie, but yeah.
Yeah, that's just I think the wrong environment. Like, and I know he's done some like epic Chinese
Hmm.
lifts, all that stuff. Never mind the Once Upon a Time in China trilogy. Um, but it's like yeah, it's meh, that's more of just a commentary, I guess. Really, yeah. So Chance is a merchant sailor who kind of has issues because he threw a coke dealer overboard. Oh no, opium dealer.
Yes.
I mean, back in my day, drug of choice. Like, oh, don't treat those. Like, come on. If we still had them, we wouldn't have the fentanyl issue. Like, so yeah, so basically Chance is like, oh, he's clear, that's settled, but the union wants their dues, which is $217. Yancey Butler offers him $100 a day to find her dad. He takes that job on, and not even a day in, she finds her dad is dead, and Chance immediately finds it's a cover up, and the game is exposed.
Yes. By the fact that Chance himself is a recon marine,
Mm.
he gets some evidence back, and it's one dog tag. Well, any one of us that's ever had to wear those things for a good chunk of our life will tell you that you get two of those.
Yeah.
He finds the second one. It's been pierced by an arrow. Ta-da!
Mhm.
Dude didn't die in a fire.
You're right. So, I mean, that's basically once Chance figures this all out, and they have been scouting Chance as a possible target. And I'll bring up the joke about Chance, his name, because you can't.
Yes.
Oh, you named after a bug? No, it's short for Natasha. What's kind of name is Chance? Or my mama took
Um,
one. And
now,
I do love the fact that, and it goes back to Universal Soldier. It's like, well, Chance, well, I can't remember the name in Unisol, and I've seen so many of the movies.
right.
Uh, they say, well, you were, well, one, they excuse his accent because he was frozen for, 30 years. And two, they say, well, you're looking to get back to your family in Louisiana. So
Yeah, yeah. A lot of times when,
I love it when they justify an accent. Like,
yes,
this guy is 100% American. Of course he can be Lieutenant Guile.
it's hilarious because in this movie, in an interview I saw with Yancey Butler in my research for this, she talked about how John Claude Van Damme actually dubbed 90% of this movie because he could not get what passes for a Cajun accent right on set, and he couldn't get it right in the dubbing booth because it's horrible. He dubbed 90% of this movie because he thought, well, this accent sounds better. Dude, I didn't even know you were trying to do one that one. I
Yeah,
thought you were
no,
doing it as a
like
joke.
you speak your native language is French.
Yeah, like you're good.
Yeah. Um, yeah, no, it's kind putting up too much effort. Like, this is the weird time where Van Damme is, no, I'm gonna be the Bruce Willis. I'm gonna be the Schwarzenegger. Like, people are respecting Schwarzenegger's movies. It's like like Stallone, I'll give him credit. He had Oscar. I mean, even had
Sure.
it's like Fist. Like, he was trying to be an actor. Rhinestone, I don't know, but
I mean,
but the point of the matter is he was
even
trying.
Sean Connery did Xanadu, dude.
No, Sean Connery wasn't it Xanadu. That was Zardos.
Oh,
Zardoz.
I get him. I
Zardoz.
get him.
No. That was
Zardoz, Xanadu,
I think that was Fred Astaire
Battle of
in
Farm. You know what I'm talking
Xanadu. I saw Xanadu at a B Fest. So, um, and of course, Sean Connery won an Oscar for playing an Irish beat cop with a Scottish accent.
about. Yeah. What we're saying is Hollywood tries to go for accuracy but misses the mark oh so much.
Oh yes. Which says, well, we'll get to that, I think. So if you're the Woo fan, the Doves show up 30 minutes in, just one. That's when he has the revelation that Oh yeah, there's something strange afoot. Um, so one little thing I was commenting on, like, okay, so it's cool, it's a Raimi movie. Yancey's driven in from Michigan. Where's the Oldsmobile though?
Yeah, I would say
And
that we were able to get the Michigan in, but not the Olds.
no,
I don't.
no, I pardon my impatience. That's when we do get the Olds.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this. Go ahead.
Yes. So yeah, I did and with that I'll say poor gore effects, but so yes, Chance starts tracking him down by finding the guy who basically promotes his sex workers by giving the pamphlets out to homeless people, and then like, oh, well, you want an extra $100? Give me a resume, and if you look good, but this is pretty much what gives us the best of Pick, the
Yes,
Levazu character, which I stop and think like, damn, the mummy fudged him up.
it did.
Like this guy can deliver some great lines. Like there's no F bombs until he drags the guy. Wakey, wakey, fat fudge.
Yeah. And my thing, we were talking about how cool Lance Hendrickson's character is and how dangerous and everything is. He's not even the most dangerous, scary thing in this movie. That's
Yes.
Arnold Vosloo's character of Pick.
Yeah.
This dude, just because he's like mildly irritated with a person, lit like lops his lobe off,
Yes. Oh,
and
they're all ears.
delivers one of my favorite lines ever. Where he goes, "Hey, if I have to come back here, I'm gonna cut me a steak." And jams the scissors that he used to mess up this dude's ear into the wall.
Yes. And
Like, come on.
well, Lance Henriksen does get some great dialogue. Well, never
Oh,
mind
absolutely. Yeah,
when
sure, of
he's
course.
justifying like, hey, the military lets people kill with impunity. We're just offering the same thing to private citizens.
Oh yeah, he sells this BS with like my grandfather would always use the phrase, dude can sell ice
Catch up to
water
an
and hell.
Eskimo or
Yeah,
yeah.
and stuff like that. And, like this dude, he was silver tongue devil selling this, and like even like guys like this other hunter that we'll probably talk about here shortly would kill another veteran. You could tell he was kind of on the fence about it, but he went with it because Hendrickson just sold it
Oh yes.
clean.
And then of course after finish him.
Yeah,
Why didn't this guy just go fishing?
yeah,
Um but yeah, and then he gets his catchphrase. Give Gvozda the catchphrase, was just kind of like, oh, couldn't we just wounded him, like set up the sequel, like, a real sequel, not.
yes,
Um, so yes, so everything goes. So Chance knows that there once the fact that a veteran with family is killed, it's basically we got to get the F out of New Orleans,
yep,
and their middle guy is just trying his best to survive and makes the mistake of running. It's like, dude, just maybe if you would have like, what can I do now? Which brings us to a great shotgun kill, and then
yes.
you
I
see
forgot that was the car. Yeah, that was
that's
the
the
car.
Oldsmobile, yeah.
Okay,
And then I'm
yes,
kind of
yes, yes.
disappointed though because they like, don't linger on that shot, man. It looks cool, and then you see a guy with a like I've seen Maniac. Um,
Yeah, they do hold that windshield for a very long time.
and well, then they show from the back, and it's like, yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
blood, but that's a head.
yeah,
Uh,
not the watermelon that's been dropped from 20 stories.
yes. All right, so let me. I'm just looking at where I'm at. So, um, basically, Chance finally gets a head up with once they kill his buddy, and that's where I'm at on my watch and my peripheral, and then it's basically just the chase of whether if they can go and get Chance before. Well, it's like really you're getting And Pick, that's the sad thing about Pick. Pick knows what he's dealing with.
Pick Pick is throughout this entire movie. He doesn't, even though he always says, I hate it if you'd hurt my feelings. You don't want to hurt my feelings, dude. That's kind of his go through. But he shows no emotion. He's a consummate professional. He always says, I'm a professional. Whereas Lance Hendrickson character, this dude, you can see him slowly start to lose it the more Chance kind of gets one up on.
Right. He has to win.
To the point, yeah, where the point where he's gonna like waive $1 million hunting fee if someone can get him.
Right. Yeah, it's like I can take him from the air. Anybody can take him from the air. I can take him from the air. And never mind, before the final battle, in 5 hours we can be in Mexico.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, hunting homeless people have made you soft. So as Chance is making his run across the bayou, and I love the fact that they pretty much says no, there's no romance in this movie.
No, they did shoot a scene that for some it didn't make sense with the story, but for some reason, like when they get to where they're going here shortly at this cabin to meet someone that's going to help, we'll get to that in a minute. When they get there, for some reason, like Chance kind of comes on to her, she turns him down, and then for no reason whatsoever, they have sex. They shot that, and then they realize this makes no sense. But yeah, there's light sexual tension, but yeah, no real romance in this movie.
So, and I do have to go back, so as the basically our showdown starts when Van Damme, Butler, and Lemon come across, the fat guy getting killed.
Yes.
And then they Randall. Sorry, I can't think
Yeah.
of his name, and you can't help but try to say it with his accent.
Yeah, do the boss.
And the shootout kills Lemon, but this is where we get everything. Like, basically, this is a John Woo movie in 15 minutes.
Yes.
And it kind of makes me think, did we even need Tom Cruise on a motorcycle?
No.
Yeah. Like, you get all this motorcycle action, all the ridiculousness.
Including a shin kick to a guy on a motorcycle.
Oh,
he gets him in the helmet. The dude's booking at least 30, and he shin kicks him in the face.
Yeah. No, this is as ridiculous. That's as ridiculous as Pat Morita flying through a windshield with a kick. I can't remember the name of that movie with Jay Leno.
Oh yeah, I had scrubbed that from my memory.
Yes,
bank.
That's why I'm saying nope, not gonna further research. And the only thing that kind of hurts this is being a John movie is really no collateral damage, as I say, casualties, I should say.
Yeah, well, and that
was
the
people when they
studio thing.
Yes, I know. You don't really get that stuff until
they did have to do a little trimming to get it to an R rating and not an NC-17. The studio was always like, "Hey, you can't just shoot 12 people in a scene."
Well, and it's funny when we see Roper get killed. You got stuntmen doing the death fall.
Yes.
No, you guys, you're insulting Pick here. Like, he was accurate as a mofo.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he's running through the bayou. Great scene with the rattlesnake. Ridiculous as all hell.
Yeah, so he grabs this rattlesnake that was about to get this lady. He pulls it over. He smacks it on the back of the head.
Like
that ticks the snake
off.
Yeah,
be nice. And then
so what does Van Damme do? He balls up his fist and cold cocks a damn rattlesnake, knocks it out, and then bites its rattler off. I don't even know if this works. And then basically rigs up some kind of snare device, and we'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically like Adam and Jamie.
Yeah.
Can you help us?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so he sets traps. like it did as good as tracker as my uncle
Duvet.
Duvet. I hate to be a wet blanket on that accent. Okay.
Oh, no, I was just wondering which one of us was gonna make a joke like that first.
Okay. All right. So, basically to make sure that he gets Natasha to safety, he tracks down his uncle who taught him everything, Uncle Duvet, portrayed by Wilford Brimley.
Diabetes Bremley's himself.
You're talking
I
bad
love.
accents, like
I no. We've been talking about how bad accent. He actually does the Cajun accent passable.
yeah, no,
It's not the best. It's not
my
the
dad
worst.
was
It's
a
the best for
fan.
this movie.
My dad served in when he served, he was stationed in Louisiana.
For Polk,
Yes. Well, I think so. He was Army.
I've been there. I get it.
Okay. So he loves the food, like,
Yes.
and not a camper now, basically. Like, I did that for 2 years. Um, but he loved this one cook chef. Uh, I can't recall his name, and they even made jokes on about Family Guy. Um, so, so yeah, no, Wilford's not that bad. Like,
No.
so he gets fixed up and he decides to, and we're going to go to the Mardi Gras graveyard for the final showdown.
Which is just like the coolest. It's the coolest place to do an action sequence that we're about to
Well,
describe in
yeah,
our.
no, it's like, give this movie another hour, maybe we get something as cool as the hospital shootout, but you can't, like, that's the brilliance of Hard Boiled. Is like,
Yes.
I guess we could have ended at the warehouse. What do you got? And
Warehouse full of old Mardi Gras.
and then, well, but I'm just saying, in Hard Boiled, like, oh, I
Yeah,
guess we could
yeah,
have
yeah.
concluded here. I think let's wrap this. And John Woo says, "Hold my beer."
Right.
But so that's more of a face-off thing,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's true. That's true.
So yeah, Mardi Gras. But in the meantime, like I kind of thought we could have had a Gimli Legolas kind of competition between Uncle Duvet and Chance, because he kills five guys with one.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's TNT, but
Yeah. He blows up his beloved moonshine still.
yeah, which I'm thinking like, was Chance worth that?
Well, my favorite one of my favorite lines is also a Duvet line.
Yeah.
He hands the flask to Yeti Butler's character, and he goes, "Be very careful. Do
No,
not
no,
spill.
drink this,
Yeah,
but do not spill.
no, you'll kill the grass." Like that. Yeah, that's the stuff that as the quote the Matrix kills brain cells and cleans engines.
Yes. Uh, I think that was Tank or what? No, it was Dozer who made it was the distiller. But
Yes, yes.
um, so so after a helicopter chase, we're to there, and then it's like you don't really. That's the thing with John Woo movies. Once he gets to his climax, like, did you really have to watch the rest of the movie?
Yeah, because I mean this goes all out. We
Yeah.
got it starts off, a little distraction by some pigeons. I take out this guy, I take out this guy. And next thing you know, there's about 300 dudes in this warehouse. The place is on fire, sparks flying out. Even if you shoot the dirt, like when we were doing the helicopter chase going along the riverbank, they're shooting trees. The trees are sparking.
Yes. That
Like,
does
what
bring
these
me
trees
up.
made out of titanium?
Right, and we'll get a lot of grenade play here, and they're movie grenades.
Oh, yeah.
Is there any kind of grenade that could actually produce anything like that?
Um, a phosphorus one,
Oh,
possibly,
well,
depending on what you threw it
okay.
into,
Yeah, right.
and a lot, maybe your flashbangs.
Well, the flashbang, yeah, if you hit something nice with it, yeah.
Exactly. That's why
Okay.
I said maybe.
Right. No. Under Siege, another podcast we've done together. That's
Yes,
excellent grenade work.
yes, and we'll get to the weirdest grenade stuff here in a moment. But
Yes.
yeah, we got grenades, we got bullets. By the way, it's 300 versus two, maybe two. We'll call it two and a half.
Oh no, Yancey gets her hard boiled scene where somebody
That's what I was saying.
insult.
That's what. Yeah, she gets a gun. Dude calls her a female dog. She unloads on him, and then Duvet. Remember that he does this. Duvet comes up and takes the gun away from her, going, "Look at all this mess you made. Give me that gun." Takes the gun away from this woman. Gee, I hope she doesn't get taken hostage by the bad guy in 5 minutes.
Yes. No, a little foreshadowing. No doubt. So, more insulting death though. Was it hey, Pigeon? Uh,
Yes.
or was it the guy who gets shot multiple times and then gets kicked in the face? Like, sorry about the shirt.
Uh,
Like, by that
I'm gonna
point,
go
you
with
know
the
you're
yeah, you know you're toast. I'm gonna go with the hey pigeon guy because this guy got pooed on by a pigeon, and then he had a gas can kicked at him and shot with a shotgun.
true. I mean, that's a, but I'm just saying the fact of the matter is he didn't, until the shotgun blast. You don't know you're
True.
dead. It's like that's a slowly like oh, this is gonna get bad. And he's just thrown a gas can
Yeah.
at me. This is gonna get bad. Then the shotgun. But that's another great line for Uncle Duvet. Or do you still have my 30-06?
No, a Gatorade. Oh,
I mean, where was this like you kind of get this in Face Off. I'm sure we get it a lot in Broken Arrow, but where is this dialogue in LA 2? Like,
well, the writer of this movie actually is the guy that played Yancey Butler's
the
character's father.
yes, right.
Yeah, he came up with a lot of this stuff. But yes, like especially like you Broken Arrow and Face Off, there is a lot of humor.
Yes.
Which again, I don't know how much of that we can attribute to John Woo or
Or
more of
Travolta and Nicolas Cage just going nuts with each other.
I say, yeah, and that one especially, yeah, that was Nicolas Cage, John Travolta, and again Peruvian marching dust. I'm gonna guess. That had to have been involved. You can't tell me that happened on just acting ability.
Well, I mean, I goes all the way back to another film I did on the podcast by myself was the unbearable the massive weight of
The Nick Cage movie with the
Pedro
Mandalorian.
Pascal. Yeah, basically a parody of everything Nick Cage did for 20 years.
Again, are we sure he knew he was in that movie?
Ah, I
Or
he just does
just
not do, he
entirely
doesn't do enough. Nick Cage is wise. He does not do enough press to make us
no, but the press that he did in the late '90s, early 2000s was enough.
true. Yeah, no, it's good to just
He showed up to Regis and Kathy Lee in black leather pants.
well, uh, I mean, by that point, yeah, no, maybe it was a little like you don't want to go full Sheen.
Exactly, and
That's yeah,
he was very close to Charlie Sheen territory at this point.
right. So
This is when he owned like 7 castles and was married to Elvis's daughter, and then the IRS said, "Hey, we want money."
yeah, hey, well, was it being white or was it, or was he just a night, just like okay, I'm not gonna argue with you. Just saying, Wesley Snipes, like,
Yeah,
so let's see. Now, a fault with our villains, like, why'd you call the all amateur all stars?
yeah. He brings in former hunters essentially, including one man who is and I quote, an effing buffalo. Uh,
Yes.
and our boy Sven Ulf Thorson
Yes.
in the loudest '90s shirt ever.
Right. He's the sorry about your shirt guy.
Yes.
Mall Rat Zone. We haven't done the Running Man either, huh? Just
No, we haven't got to that one yet.
um yes. So, yeah, just really, I'm just going down my notes because we're to the point where it's like, brilliant finale ends up,
So
um,
yeah, we have the classic John Woo, two guys talking through a wall, shooting through a
oh
window thing
yes,
with Pick and Boudreaux. Wonderful fight.
yeah,
And then we get to the main event,
yes, Hendrickson
Boudreaux and Henderson's character. And
and
you know,
Hendrickson actually nearly got like what a consummate professional because that jacket was not supposed to burn that long. I couldn't
yeah,
tell if it
yeah,
was flame
he did.
retardant or sweat.
Well, yeah, he did a slow, kind of a slow motion suit. His jacket was on fire, but it's not a stunt, dude. It's Lance Henderson, no mask, no like his shit on fire, and he's on fire for a good 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's very wet when he gets the coat off, and he's kind of they're doing the pan around, and he's like because that's what you do,
Yeah.
and yeah, he's very wet. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if that's gel or water or sweat or piss.
Yeah. So yeah, he hires the all amateur. He offers, a free kill with a $750,000 deposit
Yeah.
to the amateur all stars who think they're badass. Which brings us to the one guy who tried killing Roper and
Yes.
took pity on him after wounding him.
Yes, and then ends up getting killed by Roper, or
Well, Roper shoots him,
wounded. Yeah,
and then Hendrickson. That's why we insist on coming
finishes it.
out front.
Yeah, he's like, oh, why didn't this guy go fishing? Yes.
Yeah. Um, Now, being a guy who's never fired a gun, are shotguns as cool as Wu makes them?
They can be, but Hendrickson actually calls. He's very the accuracy of when they were talking about firearms is very good in this movie. He says it's the wrong tool for the job because at this point, Lance Henderson has an arrow. He has control of this woman's head and the arrow at her neck.
Yeah.
Even if you shoot a dude in the leg with a shotgun, especially from the range that they're at,
Right.
he's going to have some sort of wild involuntary movement either because his leg is now gone.
Yeah.
He's trying to fall down, or you're going to cause a spasm. That arrow is going into her jugular.
Right.
So shotguns are great if you just want to like clear. That's why they're used to like clear spaces.
Right. No, that's what a breacher has in a SWAT.
Exactly. Yes. So they're great and they're cool if you know how to use them properly. And John Woo, I think, pays very close attention to what you can do with the shotgun because he does make them look pretty cool, but it's not that far fetched.
Right.
It you can do it,
Yeah.
but you got to be really cool to do this.
Well, and I do appreciate this kind of supports the 21-foot rule.
Yes.
The like in the final showdown. But I was thinking like, well, you said something ridiculous about grenades, and is that the final grenade or
yes,
the final grenade? Okay, so yeah, we get to the final showdown. We think Uncle Duvet is dead, and that's a weird John Woo thing. Like, let's show images that our hero did not witness.
Yeah, he's using the revenge of the Natasha character's father. He didn't even know him.
Right.
His homie, but again, it shows his death scene. He didn't see that.
Yeah.
It shows the cop that he knew for one day. It shows her getting greased. He did see that. He was there. But then it shows Dubé getting stabbed with an arrow. Chances on the other side of the building.
Yeah. And it happens in Hard Boiled too, so
it's a John Woo thing.
Yeah. So we get to the final showdown. It's arrow to basically you got an arrow to the throat of Yancey Butler, and Van Damme has to give up the shotgun. And then it's basically like, he makes the mistake, like he should have loaded up like beforehand.
Right. But again,
no,
single shot, cool pistol.
Right. But no, he has to go for the dramatics.
Yes.
load me. And like, okay, yeah, now he's got. I mean, yeah, you should have been loaded and stepping back, running back as far as you can. Because I've tried that trick, like with my nephew, and like he had a little puffball gun, gun he wanted it. All right, no, can you draw before I can grab you? And
Yeah.
he was smart. He took a step back. Like,
Well, see, and again, this goes back to the weapon design and where it's pretty, again, pretty attention to detail. Hendrickson made fun of Van Damme for using a shotgun because it didn't work in a situation. Well,
yeah,
neither did Hendrickson's weapon because like I mentioned earlier, very long barrel. Longer the barrel, the worse it does in shorter distances. That's
right,
why a lot of the pistols that you see for short distances are the snub nose, where the
right.
barrel is barely an inch long.
Oh no, if I could find if I randomly came across as a big anti-gun fan guy, I should say, not fan, like, oh, I don't want to not see them, but as a principle, it's like I'd rather we have open carry swords as a
Oh,
society.
absolutely, absolutely. I
But
would feel. I'd honestly feel a lot more comfortable if I saw a dude with a claymore on his back as opposed to a dude with a M4.
yes. Um and at least, if this guy wants to do something to you, he's got to make it personal.
Oh yeah,
Um like maybe that's what we should do at high schools. Just assign kids swords. Like, come on,
that most,
don't be a twat. You want to
and
settle something?
yeah, that most people don't have like they would do one wild swing, miss, and then they'd be pretty tuckered out.
Yeah. Well, Claymore especially. Like, I'm shorter than a Claymore.
That's
So,
true.
um but no, now we're kind of like, so we get the final showdown, and it's kind of
Yeah,
like, I don't know if how well Van Damme is at selling. He
he is
gets shot in the
definitely
leg.
he's of the Hulk Hogan school of that don't work for me, brother.
Well, yeah,
And
but Hulk
he
Hogan
doesn't
never
sell
gets
very
shot in the leg. Like
no.
he limps and then he starts doing three or four kicks. So more of a Shawn Michaels style sell if we're
Yeah,
talking about
yeah, yeah, there we go.
Hulk Hogan
There we
versus
go.
Shawn. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll go with
Shawn
that.
Michaels. Okay.
But yeah, yeah, he gets popped, runs over, headbutts the dude,
Yeah.
and grabs him by the shirt and the belt.
Yeah. Just so he
Now,
can.
now when he gets rid of the shotgun, you don't see he's got a grenade that Pick dropped when he killed him.
Yeah.
So he's got this grenade. So he's got this
I
dude.
do
You
love
see
the
all the
bit where he
footage.
hides where he wraps the grenade up in his shirt and whacks a guy.
And, yeah, he wrapped it in his shirt, and yeah, he kind of clubbed him with it. So now, as he's got all these vengeance visions of things he didn't see going in his brain, he does the slow mo cool guy popping of the pin
And
of the grenade. So the safety piece goes away. Now, when that happens, you have, depending on the grenade, normally 7 seconds.
okay.
So, but he does that. Then he says the line, hunting season is over, drops it in his pants, headbutts him far away, and runs away. Now, it's taken me a little bit to describe this, but that takes about 7 seconds in of itself. But
Yeah.
no, we're not done. Instead of Hendrickson falling back and exploding like what would have really happened, no, Hendrickson digs in his pants, finds the grenade, starts to unscrew the fuse from the canister of the grenade,
Yes.
pulls the fuse out. 7 seconds.
Right.
Pulls the fuse out. And then one little spark from the fuse, and Henderson just very like, whoa, whoa. And then the
Yes.
spark got into the chamber and exploded. That's not how grenades work, folks.
Yes. Well, never mind the fact that it was a big explosion. It should have been a brutal shredding of a body.
Yeah.
So maybe the explosion's better for cinema.
I mean, it's cinematically, yeah. Like
Yeah.
the day we actually got to use hand grenades when I was in basic was a big letdown to a lot of people that grew up on 80s and 90s action flicks.
Well, I mean,
because we weren't getting we weren't getting those cool explosions that you got on the movie.
yeah, no, yeah, that's So for me, yes, for me, my only other note. So then then we get the ultimate tragedy of the film. We
Yes,
find Uncle Duvet is fine. I don't know, I'm hurt pretty bad.
yes, because he got stabbed in the chest with the arrow, but he survived because in that pocket, like all of us carry, because I do it too sometimes.
Yeah.
Big old metal flask, and his one was leather wrapped as well.
Right.
So yes, he was hurt very badly because a good flask is hard to come by,
Well, no,
folks.
and never mind. It's the DIY moonshine. This is legit moonshine.
Yeah, it was
This,
his own. Yeah, it was. Yeah. We're not talking Jack Daniels. We're talking Uncle Duvet's. And
well, we're not even talking the BS old smoky cells. Like it's
well,
moonshine. Like
I mean,
it's 70
okay,
proof. Like
okay. Look, I love the stuff that I bought from allegedly bought from this old guy's back of his car when he would drive around when I lived in Tennessee, and I like the old smoky stuff I get because it's not bad, but it's not moonshine.
no,
I
no.
like it. It's good. It's good liqueur, but it's not
Yes.
moonshine.
No. Give me Midnight Moon, or it's I know
Yeah, it's a good one.
it's 100 proof in there, and it's
Yeah,
it.
that one will clean that'll clean the paint off of your house.
I do miss Bacardi 151. I mean, yeah, there's plenty of overproof rums, but
Well, the problem with that one is that stuff caught a lot of bars on fire.
oh, there's you can still buy overproof rum though.
Yeah, but that one kind of that one was like we
Granted,
need this stuff
I
to
can't.
go away. That was the one they leveled it at.
Okay, granted, I can't buy Everclear at a bar, so
No, because most people are smart enough to just leave that stuff alone.
yeah, no. I work at a liquor store in a Big Ten town, so
Oh no, I understand. You
yeah,
you probably see people come in with bright ideas all the time. Like, hey, we're gonna try this stuff called jungle juice, and then there's just me in the corner looking like Quentin at Jaws. Oh, you ain't ready.
oh, let me see your hands.
Yeah, let me see your hands. You ain't ready. These aren't drinking hands. Uh,
All right. So, otherwise, some great other pick lines. I think your trophy's tearing us a new orifice.
yeah, yeah. Like, he could have just went like, yeah, tearing us a new one, tearing us a new a, but no,
Oh,
orifice.
yeah, no, I'm a Monty Python guy, so it's kind of
Yes.
like intercourse the penguin. Um, and of course, never get enough of you didn't mean to hurt my feelings. Like
Yeah, you didn't mean to hurt my feelings.
that should have earned that guy his
Um,
like there we go, hard target prequel.
I think, yeah,
We
yeah.
can't we can't
I want the pick origin story.
I mean we
Story.
could I mean, yeah, like he's a good looking bald guy.
Yeah,
They age. Yul Brynner did
yeah,
that shit till he died. So
right. Till you're 90. But yeah,
Yul didn't make it that long.
well, no, but no. Like in another
Oh,
good
thank you
pick
for the till
line.
you're 90.
Yeah, another pick line that I loved. We have a little bit of a lover spat, if you will, between the Lance Henriksen character and Pick. And you know, Henderson was like, "Hey, you're not upset with me, are you?" He goes, "I don't get upset. I'm a professional."
Yeah.
Like I said, just never breaks his professionalism.
And there's a brief beautiful scene where after Hendrickson finds Pick's body and he
Yes.
takes the
You,
time to
well, I we didn't really talk much about how there are some pretty good symbolisms and stuff as far as making Hendrickson a big game hunter.
yes.
And Pick would be like his prize hunting dog.
Okay.
And even like when you'd have like some of the shots they did where Lance would be standing there and like the motorcycles would come up and they'd make that noise. That was just a pack of dogs
Yes.
waiting for their master to say, "Go get them."
Right.
So yeah, Pick was like a valued hunting dog, like that. And my uncle bred hunting dogs. He bred Labrador retrievers
Mhm.
that were trained specifically to go get ducks and shit.
Yeah.
So so yeah, like a hunter loves his hunting dog more than his wife. In this order, it's dog, wife, no, dog, house, boat, truck, wife
Okay.
for a
Yeah.
hunter.
No,
All right.
you're there. I think like
Weapons are right there next to dog.
right. Well, not to get overly psychological into my dad's head, but it's like I find him like he was so I have my best friend, she was talking about like the first tattoo idea she ever had for herself, and that was dedicated to her first kid, Miette, and it was going to be a stack of pancakes. Because
Okay.
um and nickname the kid Flapjack,
Okay.
because the first flapjack you throw on the griddle, you're just testing the oil.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
so going to my so it's like, oh, this the trial baby.
Yeah.
And
As
then
an oldest child, I can verify. Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, no, and then my dad and his family, so his father was a second son, John Jr., and my dad was the first kid. But his great grandfather was John Sr., who was his second son. So I think that kind of established the relationship, because the second child, my dad's the oldest in the family. The second child was a boy, so he got John the third, and he was basically like my dad got all the punishment he was supposed to get
Oh
because
yeah.
you're old enough to know better. It's like
Yep. As the
damn
oldest
near
child,
Irish twins, man. Like, come
yeah.
on. Oh, I think that may it. But then going further into that, like my dad does not like animals. He's cool with dogs, like, but we didn't have pets growing up. Hates cats. And it's like because they're sneaky. It's like because they're charming, in my opinion. When you say that, like my little sister hates cats, and it's like, but that cat would sneak up. Oh no, she was talking to me.
My dad has a very cut.
Kitties don't if a kitty talks, they don't, they're not going to
Right.
stalk. Come on.
Yeah. But my dad has a very cut and dry reason why he just doesn't like cats.
Hmm.
They're a-holes.
Well, I suffer from codependent. I know I suffer from codependency issues. That's like I need somebody to abuse me. So felines are a lot easier than strippers. That's all I can say.
Yeah, yeah. I have my own history with both, and yeah, cats are a little easier to deal with.
Yeah.
Cheaper,
So
cheaper.
oh yeah, yep. So all right. Well, I think I got through all my notes. I believe you got anything you feel you need to add about Hard Target. I think, well, I think this might be Van Damme's like best movie. Well, I mean, Bloodsport's always going to be my favorite.
Bloodsport's a good one. I actually really enjoy some of the stuff they did with Universal Soldier. So I would kind of throw
Oh,
it's up there with
it,
like Universal Soldier, Bloodsport.
yeah,
You know,
it's
it's up
right.
there in that realm.
I mean, then like I originally got a hold of this movie because my little brother, like, oh, I'm getting rid of DVDs, and it was a 6 pack of Van Damme, or maybe a 4 pack. You had, I think it was a 4 pack. You had Lionheart, which is, sorry, another one of my favorites. I
It's a
still
good
get,
one. That's a good
I
one.
still get like, for me as a fighter, you know, the fighting spirit, everything. I still get teary at the end. Like the money's
Yeah.
the money's on Attila. Right.
Wrong bet.
Bet. Like, yeah, man. Gets me more than any Rocky movie.
Oh yeah.
And it was rock. So it was Bloodsport. No, sorry, that 4 pack was Lionheart, Hard Target. And I had bought Lionheart before, but it's like I found it like $4 somewhere. Well, no,
Sure.
yeah, but no, I'll definitely take this and whatever, get my 25 cents from Disc Replay, um, for Lionheart. The Quest and Sudden Death.
Okay.
Sudden Death has some charm. I mean, the Quest, I think that's the one that Frank Duke sued Van Damme over, but
Yeah, because it really was just like, hey, what if we did Bloodsport at the turn of the century?
right, but just that Bloodsport was based on nothing but lies to begin with.
Right, exactly.
Now, I will like I am somebody will say, well, I still wouldn't want to mess with Frank Dukes because it goes back to Joey Styles describing New Jack.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, so Joey, so what about Steve Austin was asking about Joey Styles about that. What about New Jack? Well, I was taught to listen to everything, only believe half of it.
Yeah.
So if New Jack claims to have killed four people justifiably, I
There's
know
at
he
least
killed.
one.
I know he killed two. And yeah, I've seen interviews with Dukes, and it's like the guy can do the coin trick, and it's kind of like I'll believe half your stuff. I'll believe you're half as dangerous as you claim you are, which is more
There you
dangerous than most people.
go. Okay. Yeah, I think that might be fair.
Yeah, I mean, you give me a sanctioning body, I'll take the sanctioning body and $10,000. I'll take you on. That's how scared I am of Dukes. And $10,000 is just my flat weight rate to to fight somebody.
I mean, that's fair. That's going price for a concussion. Yeah, I'll take that.
Oh, geez, I didn't even think about that. God, I've been concussed scores of times. Well,
I,
at
I've
least
got
at least
three. I've
this
got three on record.
record two, but the further to just the further we realize what a concussion is.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I got one there.
Oh
Two
yeah.
there.
The funny thing is, I had to have doctors years after the fact tell me, no, that was a concussion you had. You got kicked in the head by a cow. Yeah, that was a concussion.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no, like
Oh, you put your head through a windshield when you got hit by a train. Yeah, that's concussion.
that's yeah, no, no, like so, like my first concussion, soccer ball to the head, and it's like, dang, my ears are ringing.
Yeah. Oh, see, yeah. See, I didn't even count all the times. Like, yeah, I took a flagrant basketball to the head,
Yeah, no,
or football to the
if you have
head,
to
or
stop,
time my,
if you have to stop and realize, huh?
or hell, the time my brother, who was, you talking about a claymore being bigger than you, my brother grabbed my wooden baseball bat, which was twice his size at the time. He swung, my head went yard,
Oh,
as
jeez.
they say. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So theoretically, I got paid for most of my concussions, but we're talking hot dog and a handshake if you listen to enough wrestling podcasts to know what that.
Yeah.
So, um, I did, and this movie did inspire me to research. Okay, what's the bump on Van Damme's head? The
What?
the bump Van Damme's always had on the, I think
Oh yeah,
yeah,
like a mole, a lump.
I think it's a stempole. I mean, it's a cyst
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, essentially.
I know Adam Cole had one for a while after a match with Dalton Castle, and like they were joking.
Yeah.
I got that removed. I didn't want that to burst into a boy. That's where they come from, Dalton Castle.
Oh my.
So
Yeah, he has had that. He has been rocking that thing for a very long time.
yeah, like I mean, I watch enough Doctor Pimple Popper. They can fix that. So
That's one of my guilty pleasure shows
oh
sometimes.
no, I went on a YouTube and it's like, no, okay, I'm done. I'm over it. Like so. All right. Well, nothing left but the promotions. First, let me thank my Patreons. Former AAW interviewer, the Scoop Staley. Wonder who that guy is. And Tim Bates, guest friend of the show. For $3 a month, you get that shout out, and I will give you a sticker. Hell, I'll give you one of my new buttons that I got made for um, Twin Cities Con. Saying
Nice.
yeah, I dig crazy flicks, which I'm gonna do a lot of research, go through all the quotations, scripts for Fargo to make sure. Is that how you spell yeah? Um, I got it.
Just
It got it.
curious.
Got it in the Minnesota Vikings colors because the rest of
I
Minnesota,
saw that. I like
yeah,
it.
rest of Minnesota's colors kind of suck. The Gophers, the North
Well,
Star. I mean,
you don't like maroon and gold?
yeah, I mean it's all right, but I mean it definitely doesn't look as good as purple and yellow.
Yes,
And
yes.
then I don't like the Wild. That's just stupid. The red and green, like. There's a reason,
Yeah.
like, unless you're trying, like, you got to make your predator look more, oh, no, they're wild, but you got to make it look more menacing if you're going to use Freddy Krueger colors.
Right. I mean,
And,
as long as the mascot just doesn't start skating around going, bitch.
well, we have to top Gritty at some point, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I love Gritty. Like, that is the,
I'm not, yeah, I hate everything about the Philadelphia Flyers. I love me some gritty.
yeah. Well, you see, I'm a minor league hockey guy, so I love everything about the Flyers, like the Broad Street Bullies. Like, no, that's good old time hockey.
Oh, it's good. I just, no, I don't like him. It's like a heel in wrestling. I don't like him because I'm supposed to not like him.
Right. Okay, that's fair. I mean, I figured that was what the Canadians were for. But
Well, there's that too.
yeah. Um, so yeah, there's that. You can follow the podcast on cool social media, Blue Sky, at CatBuzzRuss, on Mastodon at Russ Stevens at Mastodon. It's long social media, but Threads and Instagram as well at CatBuzzRuss. Too dangerous for Twitter, I guess. Like, because I got banned. All of my
You
accounts
did?
banned. Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's either for oh you're too spammy because I'm promoting my shit. Like
Sure.
but it was or they caught on like he's got 6 accounts. 7. But I'm sorry, they don't respect OCD. Like the most you can scroll down on somebody's account is 800.
Yeah.
That's like, well, I feel everybody should access it. So create another account. So, still working on like getting things set up so I can try again with Musk hates movies.
Oh man.
So, but yeah, that's where you can find me. If you want to be a guest on the podcast, send an email to russthebus07 at gmail.com. That's RUSSTAGBUS07 at gmail.com. Offer me a theme, a movie, a director, an actor. Try to focus on movies between 70 and 100 minutes. Credits don't mean anything to me. And let's fry up some podcast gold. But as Andrew will tell you, I will talk about anything. You just might have to do a little extra work to get there. We talked about Tombstone on the podcast.
Yeah, like I said, as long as you can like, if you get like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon your way into a movie, we'll get there.
Yes, there you go. Thank you, Andrew. As always, are we expecting? Well, this is going to be a couple weeks from now, this episode.
Uh,
So.
every Tuesday on the Tiki Talk Clock app, you can find Baking While Baked, the show where I make delectable goods full of sugar and spice while I'm full of herb and feeling nice. You can also find the Baking While Baked Instagram and also on the app formerly known as Twitter.
All right, that's at
CouchManBakes.
CouchManBakes. All right, so I guess all I got to do left is thank you, Sasha Harding, for keeping me out of trouble for the most part. And I hope you're doing the same for everybody you touched in your life. And I'm hoping you are enjoying that little buzzball could be a little annoying, but the fluffiness of Skimbleshanks, the one-eared angel. So, that's it, Andrew. I don't have anything else to say. You have anything?
No.
All right. All right, well, check me out at Twin Cities Con. That'll be, well, this might come out afterwards, so But hey, be a Patreon, get the Twin Cities Con button. I ended up ordering 50 of them. I mean, the rate was too good. So that's going to be the button for a while. So I wonder how that'll fly if I get GalaxyCon in Columbus. I mean, there's no purple and yellow that threaten the Ohio State.
LSU in the playoffs.
Go Tigers. All right. Thanks again, Andrew, for coming on, and have yourself a good night.
Later.
Can I hear a wahoo?